If you are in a one iPad classroom and your iPad is configured by ETS as a teacher iPad, you may want to restrict some settings before placing the iPad in the hands of your students. This will restrict the use of some apps and keep students from downloading apps or accessing in-app purchases. To begin, tap the Settings app on your iPad. Tap General in the left-hand pane, and then scroll down to find the Restrictions button. You'll notice that it says Off. Tap the Restrictions button. You'll see that all the items under Allow are grayed out. Tap the Enable Restrictions button at the top of the screen. A pop-up window will appear asking you to enter a restrictions passcode. Select a unique 4-digit passcode and type it in twice. You will need this passcode later on to disable the restrictions, so it is imperative that you remember this passcode. You will notice that the top of the screen changed to Disable Restrictions, and the items under Allow are now available for you to disable. You can disable any of the available items. Simply tap the buttons to toggle them to off. In this example, students no longer have access to FaceTime, the iTunes Store, the iBook Store. Students also do not have access to the App Store, where installing apps is now turned off. Students can no longer delete apps or have access to in-app purchases. We've also disabled Siri. At the end of the school day, you may wish to disable the restrictions so you can have access to these apps and features. To do this, first begin by tapping the Settings app. Tap General in the left-hand pane and scroll down to the Restrictions button. You'll notice that Restrictions now says On. Tap the Restrictions button. You will be prompted to type in your 4-digit passcode that you set earlier. At the top of the screen, tap the Disable Restrictions button. You'll be prompted to type in your 4-digit passcode again. At this time, you'll see that at the top of the screen it now says Enable Restrictions. So you have now disabled all your restrictions and you are back to the original settings of your iPad. To re-enable these restrictions, simply tap Enable Restrictions at the top and begin the process again.